Hey everybody, this is Josh.
And this is Dean.
Yeah, and here we are. We're ready for another installment of Finding an Agent. And so we're going to kind of get everybody up to date on what's been going on this last week and what we've been up to. And Dean has been getting some responses on his agent submissions. So Dean, you want to tell us a little bit about what's been going on?
Yeah, I got two. Actually, it looks like I got, looking at my email browser here, it looks like I got three responses. The first one, pretty much just a general, after reviewing your submission, I do not believe it would be a good fit for my list. I need to allocate my time effectively, et cetera, et cetera. The next one was similar thing, just kind of a form rejection. And the third one was more personalized, but she basically just said, I'm not someone who sparks to science fiction, so I wouldn't be the best fit for your representation. I don't know. Maybe I misread, when I sent it to her. I don't know. So that was it. Those three rejections.
Well, at least you're getting some responses. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of the agents just say, if you don't hear from us, we're not interested, and they just kind of move on. So the fact that they're at least responding to you, I think, is a positive sign. So,
Yeah. Maybe they'll need a lawyer at some point, and I can charge them, get some money out of them.
well, so where do you see the search for an agent going forward after this?
In terms of, I'm going to wait. I mean, there's probably at least 12 to 15 that I haven't heard back from that I've sent out. So I'll kind of wait to hear from them. Most of them said 4 to 6 weeks. Moving forward, I'm going to add to my list a little bit, and I add it, try to send out some more. But I think I'm gonna have to figure out some other approaches on this, and I haven't quite figured out what that is yet.
Gotcha. Are you compiling a list of more agents? Are you still working on that?
Yeah, I'm still working on that, and it's been going slow, but I've added a little bit to that, just a few over the past week, and I'll make some submissions on that going
So
forward.
are you still using the book from the library, or are you using internet
Yeah,
sources too,
yeah,
or what?
I'm using this book from the library, which is a pretty good book, and
Okay.
just going through it.
Okay. Have you started doing any searching online?
No, I haven't tried that. I don't know. I guess I don't know that seems like it would be too wouldn't be fruitful. I mean, it just seems like it'd be searching for a needle in a haystack. So I haven't even tried that.
Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, once you exhaust the book, uh, there may be other avenues or other places to look. I'm not sure exactly where those would be, but yeah, there's probably more resources for finding agents out there that we can go to.
Yeah.
So for me, this past week, I continued to work on the Red Phantom and also worked on. I started off wanting to work on the elevator pitch. And this is something that I talked about early on in previous video, that wanted to have the elevator pitch that I could read to people on our channel. I started working on that, and then it kind of became a little bit more lengthy than an elevator pitch. It turned into something probably more suited for back cover copy. But nevertheless, that's what I worked on this week, and that's kind of what I got down. And I told people that I would let them know what the Red Phantom is about, and at least give them some idea. So I'm going to go ahead and read what I worked on this week. And again, this is a little bit more lengthy than what I'd originally set out to do, but I still think that there's some usefulness with what I've written here. Mike Grain is living the American dream, a struggling law practice, and a mountain of law school debt. He shares his life with girlfriend Parker Pleasant, an attorney in the Dallas District Attorney's Office, and Parker's wealthy parents have decided it's time for them to get married. But when Mike bumps into an old flame, a volatile new client falls into his life, and dead people start appearing as ghosts, Mike's less than idyllic world spirals into chaos. Can Mike unravel a decades-old serial murder mystery and restore order to his life before he and those he loves fall victims to the Red Phantom? So I originally read this to Dean, like I said, with the intent of formulating an elevator pitch. And one of the things that Dean pointed out was that's not really elevator pitch material. So, Dean, can you share with people like what you told me?
Yeah, I think that's a great back cover copy, or a back cover description of the they put on the back of the book, because you're going to draw a reader in with that, because it basically gives who this character is, what's going on in his life, and the unusual thing that's happened to him, which is he's seeing dead people. And I think that'll be great, because the reader will see that and see, okay, yeah, I want to learn about this guy, and I want to learn what's going on in his life. But I think an agent is going to want a more objective or dry description of it, just because I think from the agent's perspective, what they really care about is this going to sell, and is this going to make me money? And so they're going to want to hear something more along the lines of, this is a legal thriller with dark fantasy elements, that it's this many words, and it fits into this this market, and then some kind of maybe brief description from a more cold standpoint of what it's about. And so I think that would be more of an elevator pitch for an agent.
Yeah, I think you're right. And when you pointed that out to me, I think it really kind of became a little bit more clear that what I was doing there wasn't really an elevator pitch. One of the things that you mentioned that I think is really important is the length and the genre of the book, just kind of some of those basic facts that an agent's going to want to know, or whoever it is that you're talking to, something that you can spit out, in just a few seconds, like one sentence, two sentences, maybe. Um, the length of the book is going to be important. The genre, those things are going to tell the agent pretty fast whether that's something that they're looking for or not. And yeah, like you said, I think this is more geared to a potential reader to try to get them interested in what the book's going to be about.
Yeah, and I think it does that very effectively. I think, like I said, for getting someone to buy the book and read it, I think it's effective for that purpose.
All right. Well, I don't think we have anything else. Dean, do you have anything?
I think that's about it for this week.
All right. Well, we'll end it there, and we'll keep everybody up to date. If anything happens during the week, we'll post a quick update. Otherwise, we'll see you this time next week.
Bye, folks.
Sorry, I got to start over.
I don't know why that's backwards. It's really weird.
Ah, shit. All right.
We'll get better at this as we go, I guess. And
What's going into the sausage here?
there's definitely some reflection off my head. Yeah, I may end up in federal prison.